And today we take you to a mysterious region in southern Siberia. An ancient land, the vast steppes of Khakassia have many treasures not fully discovered by the outside world. But it's oblivion that may have actually helped preserve this land in its raw savagery. And as artist Oksana Voyko found out, even the stones have magical powers.
Beautiful mountains, wide rivers, generous sun, and enormously rich cultural heritage. This is a place where people still practice paganism, and all across Khakassia you can find countless old stones dating back 3,000 to 4,000 years, to which people still ascribed healing powers. And they're coming here in their thousands asking these old stones to give them health, good luck, money, whatever they want. And apparently there is more to it than just old superstitions, because we found a lot of people who, after coming here to Khakassia once, decided to stay here forever. This story is about that. An ancient symbol of life at the gate to a burial site, and a giant replica phallus as an emblem of the small people. Khakassia is a land of paradoxes, unpredictable like the weather in the steppes, yet absorbing and authentic like the songs of the wind. This land has never been rich enough to grow gardens, yet fertility is its main deity. Culturally, historically, but first and foremost, humanly. This statue of a pregnant woman dates back 4,500 years. Generations came and went, but she stood firm at this very place, listening to people's prayers. A legend has it that the woman turned into stone when she saw her husband and her son murdered, but her heart was left beating, so till this day she's believed to be helping women unable to get pregnant to enjoy the beauty of motherhood. There's a special ritual of asking the mother statue for a child. You have to circle it 3 times clockwise, then offer her some dairy products. And wait for your bundle of joy 9 months later. Khakassia is home to countless burial mounds, most of which have long been raided, yet the republic itself still remains an almost untouched depository of ancient history and culture. It was this primeval beauty that brought Leonid Yeremin here a quarter of a century ago.
Khakassia captivated me from the first time I saw it. It's a place that's one of a kind.
Historians by training and conviction, Leonid and his wife now reside in a small Khakassia village. Bent on reviving the traditional culture, they opted for a yurt instead of a house, though their modest income has extended the construction over 8 years. But they say the efforts are more than worthwhile, as even simple gardening here often leads to an archaeological discovery.
Look what I found. A piece of pottery. I think it's censer.
Yeah, I think it's the Bronze Age. We find a lot of artifacts here. People have always lived here. So 3,000 years is no time at all for Khakassia.
This stone has been standing in this valley for at least 4 millennia. And even in Soviet times, when the campaign against pagan beliefs was at its peak, people never stopped coming here in hope of curing their ailments. The stone has 2 sides, the male one from the south and the female one from the north. It feels very comfortable, very warm, and locals say that even in winter times when it's minus 25, minus 30 degrees Celsius outside, this stone retains its warmth. The stone's healing powers could have been cast off as fallacy if it wasn't for multiple documented evidence of health improvement. Yet, as Leonid says, there is no mystery. It is just that the line between science and superstition in Khakassia is very slim.
This stone stands in the center of a geopathogenic zone with a strong electric field. Geologists say that right below the stone lie copper deposits that can accumulate static electricity, which may have a positive impact on the human body.
An old Hakkas proverb says one who's never climbed a mountain knows no good. And that just as well goes for this land of beautiful mountains and plentiful goodness. Let me introduce to you Anastasia Tuhaeva, a local journalist who, like the person you saw in our story, spent a considerable amount of her life living in a big city, but then she decided to go back to her home village in southeastern Siberia. Nastya, you are 27 years old, and the girls of your age usually quite mesmerized by the glitz and glamour of bigger cities, but you opted for life in a village. Why?
Well, I did not lose anything coming back to my hometown. First of all the communication I had, I still have, because we have internet connection, and I spend a lot of time talking to my friends online.
That's all for us from Khakassia, but please join us later for more stories from this amazing place where almost every single stone has some sort of healing powers, where rivers and mountains have their own spirits, and where people are so beautiful and generous like Nastya.
You're watching